Hello fellow creatives. This is a second video of our last or previous video, okay, that we are making, that is basically teaching us how to create what? Save the $1,000 for a logo design. Okay, so if you're out there and you're looking at coming up with a logo that is basically wonderful, worthy the $1,000, okay, so I believe you're in the right place. You're going to be learning how you could come up with a logo, okay, how you could come up with a logo. Okay, so please endeavor to see that you subscribe if you're basically a new person here and you are meeting me or seeing me for the first time. Okay, you're meeting me for the first time. This is your first time on 𝐍𝐎𝐓 TV or 𝐍𝐎𝐓 lifestyle channel. Okay, so endeavor to see that you subscribe to the channel so that you do not miss out. Okay, so that you do not miss out on anything that we happen to put across. Okay, so previously we looked at the different qualities of a logo. Let me try to explain them to you. Let us rewind it a little bit back because I was a little bit tired and I was a little bit dozing. So let us happen to go, and I happen to give you some of the qualities of a good logo. Okay, let me get them here. Qualities of a good logo. Okay, so one of the qualities is it should be memorable. So when you're looking at creating a logo, okay, it should have a lasting impression on viewers. Okay, so if I happen to look at your logo, can I grasp it? Okay, first of all, you cannot grasp something that is basically too complicated. And funny enough, that you find funny is you find that an individual creates something that is basically too complicated, and you find that a bigger company that has all the regards, all the capabilities, like the money to create a logo that is maybe having a lot of gradients, a lot of complicated stuff, you find that they don't do it. Let me give you in the previous example, I used an example of MTN. So if I go to MTN logo, are you seeing, as you look at it, so at times they use this or this or this. So if you look at this logo, basically I believe that this is their logo, okay, but they have colors, their colors. So you may find that at times they put it in yellow because yellow is their color. So you find that these people have the capability of making something complicated. Okay, just think of anything that is complicated. They can do that, they can pay for it, they can make it, but you find that they keep their logo totally and incredibly simple. Airtel logo. Let us try to see Airtel logo, because we need to learn something that we are talking about. Are you seeing this? So Airtel logo. So let us look at whenever we are looking at creating a logo, let us look at something that is basically simple. Okay, simple, memorable. Okay, so with the logo, always the first thing you should look at is simplicity. Okay, so easy, recognizable and scalable, then across various mediums. It should be simple. Then the scalable across various mediums, that is when we talk of versatility. It should be versatile, effective in different sizes and formats, from small icons to billboards. Okay, so let's just assume MTN or Airtel. I'm sorry to use these telecom companies, but I think they are so far bigger companies that are basically recognized in almost every country. So if at all we are dealing with like telecom companies, you find that if at all they are promoting these companies to, let me say, market vendors or market people, you find that these people are going to be maybe creating umbrellas, free umbrellas to marketing to like market vendors, and you find that these people are going to do what? These people are going to make them umbrellas, and on those umbrellas they make them in color yellow to represent their color, like for M10 to represent their color. And besides the representation of their color, they also do what? Besides the representation of their color, they can also put a logo. So I'm looking at that logo, making it totally simple. Okay, so that is why I say we should look at a logo should be memorable. A good logo should be memorable. It should be simple. It should be timeless. It should be versatile. It should be appropriate. Okay, reflective of the brand's identity, values and target audience. So let me give an example. You're having a farm, not a poultry farm, but you're having a farm. A farm is a wide word. Okay, so if we go to Google and see, maybe describe what a farm is, because what I know with a farm it can have piggery, can have cattle, that is cows, bulls. A farm can have ducks, can have goats, can have sheep, all in one area, or all in that one house. Okay, it can have chicken. So with a farm it includes a lot of stuff. So I don't expect you to make me a logo that represents a farm to have a cock head, to have a cow head, to have, you get, yes, no one can stop you from having a farm logo that is only having a cock head and basically representing something else. But you should have that at mind, that when I'm designing for a farm, because I'm looking at making a logo that represents what I deal in. Okay, so that means you could now find something else than using just one thing, like a cow head or a cow or a hen head or a cock head. Okay, because I've never seen a company, whether it is in some countries, but with my experience, I've never seen a company that has more than one logo. So you find that a company has one logo. It may be dealing, because there are multiple companies. Here in Uganda we have 𝐒𝐻𝐻, where you find that this same company makes soap. From making soap, it makes coffee. From making coffee or tea leaves, it makes tea leaves. It also makes maybe it makes sweets for young kids. It also makes mattresses, cooking oil. You get that? So it is like a multiple company. It is a group of companies, but having one logo. You get that? So that is what I'm like trying to mean. So you may be dealing in different stuff, but find a logo that represents everything. As you hear that 𝐒𝐻𝐻, in English it means friendship. 𝐒𝐻𝐻, that love. So 𝐒𝐻𝐻, love. So you find that they have a symbol that is, let me even put it here, 𝐒𝐻𝐻 logo. Okay, so are you seeing? Now if I happen to tell you that this is a company that is basically dealing in cooking oil, soap, drinking water, okay, packaged drinking water, eatables, soap, you get it. So this is basically a logo that represents almost everything that they do, and it is abstract, because if you show if it is like shaking, just shaking hands, it has no anything like soap. You don't see soap in it. Okay, so but why do people shake hands after coming to an agreement, after transaction, friendship? You get that? So basically that is what I'm trying to mean. So you have to come up with a logo that basically represents, okay, that represents. So that is what we are basically looking for. Okay, so that is what we are basically looking for. That is something that you would like consider when you're coming up with with a logo. So it should be unique. Okay, so it should be adaptable. Okay, works in both color, black and white. Okay, black and white black and white formats. So with your logo, it should be okay. With your logo, you should make sure that this logo is readable. So don't make us a design of your logo that is basically not readable, that we cannot read, that like it should be consistent. Whenever you're like designing a logo, you find that most of these people, if I'm looking at Bag King, this one here, or let us go to any of these companies. Let me say this one. So, or Apple, you find that whenever like we have products from Apple, okay, from Apple as a company, like remember this company offers what? This company offers this company does offer what? This company like Apple offers does computers, does phones, but you don't find that the logo that you find on this product number this, it is not the logo that you find on the other product. So meaning that it should be consistent, it should be readable, it should be adaptable. Okay, so when we talk of a logo being adaptable, it means that it works in both colors, that is black and white formats. Okay, so you find that at times you find that, as I showed you for M10, you find that they have their specific colors, and you find that they keep on playing with those colors. When they put on blue, you find that blue is eliminated and then they use some other colors. So your logo should be adaptable. So when you're designing a logo, you should be sure that you have designed it in two formats, that is the negative part and the positive part, that is white and black. Okay, so if it is adaptable in those colors, it means that it can correspond with any other colors. Okay, so the other thing that we should know about logos before that is it, before we start designing. And whenever you are coming up with a logo, okay, whenever you are like coming up with a logo, there are AI tools that you can use to develop a logo automatically without even struggling. But remember that whenever you are looking at something simple, and if at all we are looking at simplicity, it basically means that the same logo you have been created, it is higher chances to find almost the same logo and you find it with someone else. So maybe you could use AI to like just come up with something, but you need to first know the principles, know the rules, and know how to break them, know how to do something. Then the other tools like AI will help you to like simplify the process. Okay, so now that we've understood like the different things that we need to put into consideration as we come up with our fantastic logo, so now is this. Okay, so what we should now put into consideration is, what are we designing about? Okay, so if at all like I told you, I have a client that needs a logo that is basically for a photography company. Okay, so there are quite a number of things that you can go around. That is why I was like referring you to AI. It will also help you create something a little bit quicker, but you need to first know the different principles that you have to follow when creating a logo. Know the qualities of a good logo before you come up with one, so that if you are like done with printing it, you don't take it to a person that is basically printing out t-shirts and this person does not know what to do. Okay, so please and please, you need to first know the qualities of a good logo. Okay, so once you know the qualities, then we can come up with one. Okay, so I already have some videos on this channel that show you, like for example, how to create a logo using AI. Okay, then I showed the different ways you can like create a logo using AI. Okay, and it was well with it because we created some stuff. I think you would look for a playlist that is, let me see if I can have it here. Let me see if I can have it here. Your channel. Then I go to the playlists. Then let me see if I can get it on the playlist. So this is part 1 of this video we are basically making. I shared some stuff. So logo. Okay, let me see. Hello, my sunshine. Hello, my So I'm trying to look for that playlist where I created Here Is It. Okay, let me hope I got the right playlist. So here is what and where are fonts, understanding how to install. So you could look at this video I like shared on how to like install fonts. Okay, and what fonts are. Basically I shared that full video in full length. Okay, let us go back and look for what we were looking for. It wasn't the one. Logo. Qualities. Sorry for the delay, but I want us to understand. Okay, it is here. So I have these videos here. Learn logo. Are you seeing these videos? Logo hack, everything you need to know about logo designing. So they are here. So you could go through these videos and understand. Okay, and understand, because it is some time back, I went into full details. So here I'm going to be skipping some stuff because I have like a specific logo that I'm going to be designing. But in these videos I went into totally deep and described what a logo is, the different types of a logo. So you could go for this playlist and let us go back and happen to see the name of the playlist. How I called it here. Learn logo designing hack. Okay, so okay, learn logo designing hack, everything you need to know about creating and designing a logo zero to hero. Okay, so it like has everything you need to know about logo creation. So endeavor to see that you go and do and check it out. So the other thing that I would love to say is please subscribe to my channel. 𝐍𝐻𝐓 from 𝐍𝐻𝐓 Lifestyle, okay, and 𝐍𝐻𝐓 Films Production. So I shoot weddings, I shoot all sorts of functions, I drive drones. So if you're out there and you want music videos and you want to come to Uganda, shoot a video, shoot a movie, do anything, so I can take you around the Pearl. I can like help you out, navigate you around. So endeavor to see that you contact me. Below this video I always share my number, my contact, so that if you have a project you can reach out to me. Okay, you can reach out to me, then we work along. Okay, so I've created some movies. Let me show you some movies I've created, then we happen to continue. I've created movies, I've created short poetic movies with some people, with some, not even some people, I would say some wonderful creative people. Okay, let me see here. So this is one of the latest projects that you need to check out. So I happen to work with her. She has some wonderful projects that are yet out that we happen to do together, where I did the filming, editing. So this one here is the latest project that is basically out right now, a short poetic movie. Are you seeing? This is basically my company, that is 𝐍𝐻𝐓 Films Production. So endeavor to see that due to copyright strikes and copyright issues, so I'm not going to be playing this, but you have seen the name, that is Tale of the River Nile Unfolded. It is a poetic short movie that you deserve to check out and see some of my projects, what I can do. And remember that every day we keep improving, every day we keep improving. So the project I did today, don't expect me to do the same project that way. Okay, so every day we keep improving and getting better always. So endeavor to see that you check. Okay, so endeavor to see that you check it out. Okay, so you check it out and you see what we can okay do. Let me do this. Let me do this. Let me do this. Let me do this. I want to first share the live stream. I want to share it. So I want to share this to like on my status, so people can do what? People can happen to do what? To see. Okay, sorry for the delay, but I'm working on this. Just in a minute it is going to be done. Okay. Okay. Into, let me just set up this. So that I can track
create a
so I think it is basically moving on well. Okay, so let me go back this side. So what we wanted to like see, what we want to basically see is how could we come up with this logo, because like this person said he wants something where we like happen to have, okay, he wants something where we happen to have like a logo. We are going to be coming up with a logo that is to be used for like photography, and you want something, let me get here. So you come to Illustrator, then click on new. Okay, that he wants a logo whereby he's going to be putting it on what? Putting it on photos. Okay, so now what we have to do is we come to Illustrator, then set an F4. So we go to print, then we come and say Kim Shots. Okay, because that is what we want, photography. So I may like I save that, then get this to centimeters, because I want that in centimeters. I want this to be an F4. So I may decide to use a template, to just select a template. Like here, if I look for an F4, it is this. Okay, I may want it in portrait or landscape or portrait, like that. So I want it in portrait. Let me get it to landscape. Are you seeing? So then I click a control minus to have it in proper space like that. Okay, so now after getting this, okay, after getting this, okay, let me say after understanding, okay, after understanding this, we've gotten this, we've created our logo, our like page where we are going to be laying the logo. From what he wants, let me get a brush here. He wants, and remove caps so that you can see, he wants to have something like that. Then here we have Kim, then a little camera, photo shots. Then down we have photography. So that is what he wants, but we have to get a wonderful font that would love. We have to get the camera, okay, and come up with something that is a little bit fantastic that he will happen to love. But when we are like creating a logo, it is always better to do some research, okay? So whenever we are like creating a logo, it is always better to do some research, because if you don't happen to do research, you can't create something that is timeless, because you won't know what are other people in the same field as yours, what are they basically doing. So you should also look at understanding that, because if we are like coming up with basically a logo, okay, so we have to go and do what, and look around, okay, we have to go and look around on Google and happen to see, okay, and we happen to see what, okay, we happen to look around on Google and happen to see what is basically going on, okay, what are like people designing, because we may think we are designing something new, yet it has already been what, designed. We may also think we are coming up with a brighter idea, yet we are coming up with a fake what, idea. So when we happen to go up, okay, when we happen to go up, so So when we happen to like go up, okay, if we happen to go up here, if we go back here, so I've like showed you, okay, what this person wants, okay. So after we knowing that this person wants this, now we go back and try to look at Google, because that is why you find yourself in most of the companies, you find that if you have never looked at that, you find that most of the designing companies or graphics companies, you find that these companies have what? Have internet, okay? Because remember what we like looked at, okay, on the different, from the different like qualities of a good logo. We said one, it should be memorable, it should be simple, it should be timeless, it should be versatile, appropriate, okay, it should be unique, sets the brand apart from other competitors, it should be adaptable, it should be readable, it should be consistent, it should be scalable. So when you are designing that, have that in mind. Then I gave you an example. Look at this logo, that is NASA. Look at Apple, look at Pepsi. We first leave KFC, because this requires a lot of time to come up with, and I wouldn't advise someone to come up with this of KFC when you're someone who is basically just starting, okay. Go for something that is incredibly simple. Look at the one for Spotify, okay. So you coming up with a logo that is too hard does not mean that that is how people are going to grasp it. That is how quick people are going to grasp it. No, it just shows that you don't know what you're making, or you're like someone who is basically new to something. Because if we look at this, look at Animal Planet, look at this one. Totally simple. Keep it simple. Look at the logo of Nike. Let us come here. Look at the logo of Nike, Twitter, this one here, Shell. You get. Look at a way of making everything incredibly what? Simple than complicating it for you. Okay, so remember, some of the stuff that we had to like look out and see is we want to create something that is incredibly simple, that is incredibly memorable. Someone is not going to grasp something that is basically feeding up 1 GB in his head, feeding up 1 MB in his head. That is too difficult for that someone. So if we go back, if we go back to our software and we see this, now we go to what we would ask ourselves, what are the colors of this person? Then besides the colors, where is this person basically going to be using that logo? Okay, it may be put on receipts, invoices. As you know, all the office work, a logo has to be put, then plus branding it. That is why the adaptability of a logo would first check out, does it allow black and white? Because remember, it is going to be against certain colors. So one part should be positive, another one should be negative. So when you're designing a logo, like, you should be able to come up with a black one and a white one in that same logo. Okay, that is one of the quotes that you should be able to note. Then besides that, if we go back here, we should also go back to our Google and try to see if we type in the same name, Kim Shots, okay, we say Kim Shots photography logos. Okay, let us try to see what are our competitors having. Are you seeing this? So if I go here and click on images, you're going to see, are you seeing all these are different images? Let me first go back. I saw something that, are you seeing this? And the other thing why we need to keep our logos a little bit more simple, I'm going to be telling you that reason after just going through this little advert. Okay, this little advert. Okay, so I'm going to be like informing you more. Let us go through this little advert. I happen to work with UIGT, a wonderful, let me type it here, Universal Institute of Graphics and Technology. Okay, so this is a wonderful institute that is basically based in Uganda, and it is going to help you understand what graphics is, 3D animation, architecture designing. So endeavor to see that you enroll. You can contact them on these numbers that we happen to see on screen. Okay, so you reach out to them and you understand. You can also visit this website so that you understand the different opportunities they have for you. The other advantage with you reading, another advantage with you studying with this institute is there are higher chances that you are going to graduate with a job. Okay, there are higher chances that you are going to be graduating with a job, because once you study knowledge that is basically, or you happen to get wisdom that is practical, it does not need you to like look for which assets, those come in later. But with, if at all we are looking at simplicity, it is easier for you to start up your own job and even employ some other people. So join these people, learn graphics designing, multimedia, or any other what, or any other courses. Let me just a while, I'm going to be coming back. Just a while. Okay, so I had just this call that I wanted to do what, to address. Okay, so so this is basically the UIGT that I was talking about, and you can try to visit this website, that is for the Universal Institute of Graphics and Technology. So visit them. You can also pay them a visit, okay, at their offices, that is behind Uganda House on Nkrumah Road, or you can also call me or comment on the video in case of anything. Then I give you some other information that you may be in need of. So you can do online registration. Okay, you just click and you start the registration. Then they would give you a call. Okay, you fill in the information and they would give you a call. So that is it basically I have to say about that. Then we go back to our logos. Remember what I told you, that it is always better before like you come up with any design. Are you like seeing this one? Okay, so if I'm to like let me keep this image because you have to source out some inspiration. Okay, so before you design, you have to look around and see what are other people designing. Okay, what are other people designing, because you may think you are coming up with something that is great, yet it is of no value. Okay, so remember, you have to keep it totally and totally simple. Okay, look at a way of keeping it totally and totally simple. Okay, so I want to like download this image so that I can have it, but it is not doing what, it is not giving me that opportunity to download it. Let me see if it can give me, because it is sold on Shutterstock right now. It is sold. Now if I cannot take its snap, then what I have to do is, as you see it here, if I try to like save as, because I can get the image but I cannot do this, that would be too small. So in our software, in our computer, we have a software that is called the snipping tool. So if I get this tool, and I click new. So I just get this part like this. Then I save it. I click here to save it like logo 1. Okay, like that. So if I have it as my logo 1, okay, so then you try to scroll down and see, could we get something better than that? Could we get something that is more unique than that? Okay, so if I have this one, let me see if this one can allow me. Let me try to open it in a new tab and see. If I right click and say to save this image, does it accept? So it also just needs a snipping tool. So this is the use of this tool. It helps you out, but whenever you like use it, remember to save, because if you just like don't click this folder here, the floppy disk, to save, you can also use file, and I'm going to be showing you. So if I'm saving, I'm going to save this as 2. So as we are going to be designing, we are going to be looking at this to get out some inspiration. Okay, I wouldn't love this one. I would not also love this one. So I go back here, remove, try to slope around and see, because remember what I told you, look around at these designs and get inspiration. Okay, and get inspiration. Then as you source out inspiration, it is like helping you create something that is basically fantastic. Okay, don't complicate stuff, my dear, don't complicate stuff. Look at a way of making it incredibly simple and totally simple. Okay, so I get this, I now get my snipping tool like that. I don't save, I click new so that I can take this. Okay, now I'm going to be showing you another way how to like cut time, to like save time. Okay, so I have this as number 2 like that. Let me first do this, check my connection. Is it okay? Okay. Okay, I go back here. Okay. So sorry. So please people, please and please subscribe to my channel. Okay, subscribe to my channel so that you do not miss out on any new stuff that I happen to put across. Okay, please subscribe so that you do not miss out. Okay, I have a lot of stuff that is basically, we always share a lot of content on this platform. So subscribe, let us hit over 2K in just a blink of an eye. So I endeavor to see that you subscribe so that you do not miss out on anything that I happen to put across. Okay, so be part of this wonderful stream. We'll go back this side. So we go back this side. Okay, so after looking at these several logos, you can go back here, go and click in images, then you scroll down and try to look. This is also nice, and you try to look around these logos. So which one is better for what? For you. You get. Then maybe after looking and you have gotten some inspiration, okay, there is also, if I click in something like this, if it is not being sold on a certain website, I just do this, right click, then go to save image as, and when you look here, it is going to be either PNG or JPEG. Then you just click yes, and it downloads. As simple as that. Okay, or you also select a folder where you want it to be saved. So if we click save image as, and we go to where we were saving, so we were saving in pictures here, so we save it there, so that we're a little bit organized, so that we do not miss out some logos that we may be in need of. So I would love this, so I can get this, right click on it, but this is also giving you an option of, it is on free pick, that is basically free. Let me download it, then I'm going to explain to you how to use this platform. Okay, so now after using Google, okay, when you use Google, there are also some platforms that offer free vector, okay, free vector templates that you can play around with than struggling. So I'm going to show you two ways of doing it manually, then also maybe using these images to come up with a logo, and you assemble it the way you would want it. Okay, so look at logos like these ones. I'm also going to be telling it to you. Then I also give you the disadvantage of having a logo like this one. Okay, so I think let us use that. That is enough. Okay, so that is enough. So we come back here. Okay, so now since we know what we want, okay, so we've looked on how to, let me scroll down and show you. So like these ones, I right click, save as, then get that JPEG, but I put it where I have been saving. Let me see, am I saving where I was saving? Picture, pictures. Okay, so I save it. I go back to the one that I had. I don't think I saved it as a picture, this one. Yeah, so sometimes when you click on a picture, depending on the internet speed that you basically have, you have to give it some time to do what? You have to give it some time to download, like that. So if I right click in it, then I click here, because this is not like it is not giving me an option like JPEG and PNG. So what I do, I go back to my snipping tool. Remember how we opened the snipping tool? We went to the search tab on our computer, then we typed in snipping tool. Okay, so then we get this snipping tool and click new, then we do this like that. Then after that we click on this floppy disk to save, or we can come to file and say save as, like that, PNG. Then we save it in the pictures. Okay, so we can select any here and maybe call it logo A. You get that, like that. So after doing that, so we've sourced out those first. Now when we happen to come to a logo like this one, the letters are cool, the photography is okay, but now when it comes to this, are you seeing this? When it comes to this, sorry for this person that I'm using this image, but when it comes to this, the issue with it is I wanted to scale it so that we can see it properly. The issue with it is, now with this logo, if we are like using it to brand it on our on just putting on images, it may be okay, but if it reaches a time when we are making some stuff like billboards, it means that we have to vectorize it, because with vectors they don't lose their quality. As you see, when it was too far, it looked so wonderful and strong. I want you to look at it from here. So if you haven't increased your resolution on your screen, you can increase it. If you are streaming, then get a better resolution. So it is of good quality, but the more you scale it, okay, you can scale it in your software and see it loses quality. So that is what I'm talking about. So with logos that involve rasters, that involve images, where you have clipped a shape with an image, when you happen to be designing something of higher resolution, something that needs a logo to be of totally higher resolution, it means that you are going to do what? To lose. Okay, so I want to keep this. Let me keep this. I want to keep this save as. So let us keep that also. Have I saved it in the right position? Yeah. Okay. Now there are platforms I wanted to show you. There are platforms that can sell finished logos. Platforms like Adobe Stock, Shutterstock, and Vectorize, and many more. Okay, but there are also those that can give you free images like Pixel. Okay, free images and free vectors. But what we are going to be using here is freepik. Okay, .com. So that is freepik.com. So please and please, if you're watching this video from Uganda or somewhere else and you can come to Uganda and study, so you can join the Universal Institute of Graphics and Technology, a wonderful institute that will teach you a lot of stuff in graphics designing, TV production, video production, ICT, architectural designs, and many more. So it basically deals in hands-on content. So it can teach you to like become a creator, to like a lot of stuff, digital marketing, and many more stuff. Okay, so endeavor to see that you go to their website, that is Universal Institute of Graphics and Technology, then read more about the platform. Okay, so read more about the platform so that you happen to understand, as you see it here, so that you happen to understand what does it do. Okay, so events, about the courses, so you can also search about the courses. They offer diploma courses, certificate courses, vocational and business studies, then also short courses. So you may need a short course in video editing. Maybe you're a blogger, you're a vlogger. You may need a simple course in a short course in maybe Microsoft, maybe in Excel and some other maybe in Photoshop and stuff, photography, what. So you could join them. Now, to read more, go here and see the courses that are basically offered on diploma list, certificate courses, vocational courses, and short courses. So, or you can contact them and you can also apply online. So you have to graduate with a job. That is a promise. Here you graduate with a job. Okay, so endeavor to see that you check it out and get better and win better. So please join the ride. Okay, so join the ride. I'll be grateful to see you. Okay, I'll be grateful seeing you having joined, and you say, I joined from this page, I saw a certain video from 𝐒𝐎𝐍𝐓 teaching this and that, then I did what? I joined. Okay, so please endeavor to say that you join. Okay, because I'm basically someone who is basically a graphics designer, and I would love us to share as creative people, okay, to share this moment and learn some new stuff, okay, and learn some new stuff that would help you save the $1,000 for designing a logo. So now the importance of we going this side on this platform. So this platform offers vectors, okay, that are basically free. Okay, let me first see. I may have gone to somewhere else because I've taken some time without visiting this platform, but what I remember, it is this, not the upper one. Let me see if they have the same. Because it appears to be the same platform, but are you seeing this? The logo. Okay, maybe they just changed this because the names are the same, but okay. So freepictools. Okay, so it has a lot of what? A lot of templates. So I go to photography logos. Are you seeing? So now when I get to photography logos, remember I'm using Illustrator. Okay, I wrote this spelling wrongly. Remember that I'm using Illustrator. So Illustrator is a vector program and Photoshop is a raster program. Okay, so with Illustrator, it basically, in Illustrator we expect points, lines and curves. Okay, then Photoshop is a pixel program, so we don't expect to have curves, points and other stuff. So if I happen to find you retouching a photo in Illustrator, you must be crazy, because that struggle cannot happen however much you may want it to happen, like that editing. So it means each software is best at something, though it can treat the other thing, but it has what it is best at. So now what we have to do is to go to vectors. You click that, then I want free vectors. Okay, in the photography, whatever designs. So as you see here, okay, so now we are going to be using these ideas to come up with other ideas. As you see it here, we downloaded this one. Are you seeing? So there are a lot of options here that we can play around with than starting everything from scratch. Okay, so if we have this platform, it saves us a lot of stuff and a little bit of a lot of stuff. Okay, as you see it here. So these people happen to give you like 5 downloads a day on a free version. So you have to be wise when downloading and get to know, because I've already downloaded one. So I have to make sure that whatever I'm like to download, I've made the right decision to have that. Okay. So when we happen to look around, we go back up. Okay, remember Munya Scripts from Munya Scripts Lifestyle and Gary Films Production. So on this platform, we happen to share a lot of content. Okay, on this platform, we happen to share a lot of content that is with personal improvement skills and personal skills that would help us improve as creative people. Besides improving as creative people, we also share other skills, maybe in videography, photography, graphics designing, as you actually see it here. What I'm basically doing right now, we are sharing knowledge. Okay, we are sharing knowledge that is incredibly worthy it. So please endeavor to see that you subscribe to my channel, and those of you who have subscribed, please, don't run away. Okay, don't run away. We share a lot of content on the platform. So today, if we happen to share something and it does not touch you, the next day we may share something that incredibly touches your life. So don't run away. Let us keep that heart and stay together. Okay, on the platform. At a certain point, we are going to share something that touches you. So please subscribe and be part of the channel. Okay, so let us go back here. Let me try to see if at least I have some new members that have just joined me. Oops, no one so far. Okay, go back to our stream. So now, as you see this, so I scroll. This would be my first one to be. So after that, I click in open in new tab to avoid losing this. You may click in it straight away, then it like opens up and you download, but I don't want to lose this because I still have a lot of stuff that I want to like get from here. So I don't want these ones. Could something here work? Let me first also open that in a new tab. Then this also. This won't work. It is almost like this one. Okay. So let me go back. Okay. So let me first download these ones. So if I have this, I click here, then click free download, and eventually are you seeing it downloads? Then now after downloading, I scroll a little bit down to see which other options do I happen to have here. So I have no any other options that I could go with. These are also good, so I download them. So up, it has also been downloaded. So I try to scroll down and see What other options I happen to have here? Nothing. It's better I also download this, but this is a little bit nah. I'm not seeing anything I would love from here. Okay. So if I happen to continue, ooh, ooh, ooh. Ooh, ooh, ooh. So if I happen to like continue, at least I've downloaded some stuff. If I click on see more, can close this. So okay, now I'm like contented with what I've downloaded, and now I'm looking at seeing that I improve what I've happened to download to fit my logo design. Remember what we said, that this person is in need of a logo. Okay, so this person is in need of a logo that represents this app. It should have Kim and a camera, a little camera shots. So from the designing that we needed, we need something like this. Okay, and we need to keep it simple. Okay, so let me just a little bit, let me be back. So okay. So let me hope we are like okay and we are good. Sorry for like people happen to call when you're already live, and people happen to call, so sorry about that. Now with time maybe they will happen to understand, and we shall be like, it is better don't call, it is better you send messages, you bring in messages, because when you call you distract, okay, you distract us, so as we continue with our live stream, so we are going to be continuing with our live stream as you saw it here, what we were trying to design here, that we have this, okay, this is what is basically needed, that this person wants us to design. So we create a new tab. I'm going to create a new workspace. I keep it on an F4. Here we change the units to centimeters. I had already set this, okay. We say okay. Since it is basically going to be a logo, we may not consider too much of what sorry, too much of the paper size. We may go to an F5, a half of an F4. This is an F4, so a half of this, but we make sure that we are designing a vector a vector program, because however much we are designing in a vector program, because however much we are like designing on a smaller page. Remember what I started with is vectors do not lose their resolutions unless they are converted into rasters, okay, or pixels. Rasters are pixels, pixels are images, okay, because pixels are the smallest unit of a picture. So if at all we have more pixels in a picture, then it means that its resolution is high. So this person, from what we have here, this person wants a logo, okay, wants a logo. Let me first save the page. Shots photography. So now, as you see here, I've first saved this. So this person wants to have a logo that is like this, okay. Let us get this. This person wants to get a logo that is like Kim. So we put this in capital. Kim. Okay. Kim. Okay, then the other one is, so if we have this, hold the Shift Alt, that is Kim. Then I'm going to duplicate it by clicking Alt, then Shift to help me move it in a straight line. Then shots. Are you seeing how simple I'm making it? So then shots, Kim shots. So it is the same font but just duplicated. Are you seeing? The same font, the same size. Okay, then photography, alt, then do this. Then I type in photography. Like that. Then after that, okay, all, sorry, the spelling of photography. Or I can do this. Then I like put it in smaller letters. Photography. Like that. Then I have to come up with an image here that is better, or I go for this shape and create a little box like this. It is a rectangle, but I'm making it like this. Okay, oops, like maybe that. So I may put this, but this appears like the upper one, so I'll stress I'm putting the upper one in capital letters, is like to confirm that this is it, this is like I want it to speak louder. Okay, so I'm like, I want this to speak a little bit what louder. So if I'm to like, so if I'm to go back this side, so please people subscribe to my channel so that you give me courage to like do more videos and do more stuff that is worth teaching, maybe something, maybe sharing. Okay, so if I happen to go back this side, if I happen to go back to my design, so as you see it here, okay, and I put this one here. So let me just keep this maybe aside like that. Then after putting this aside, now I go for the camera I need. So now I go for my images, okay, that I happen to download. I go for my images, I downloaded just the images, not the designs, okay, just the images. I think so. If I get these images and select all of them, so I click on the first one, then hold Ctrl and select all of them like this, okay, like that. Then I drag them like this. There are 7 images. I drag and point on the software, then drag and drop them here. Okay, so the next thing is to like arrange them just here, to pick what I would want to have. So that is method 1. Then I'm going to be showing you another method that we can play around with. Okay, so please subscribe to my channel, so that you do not miss out on anything that I happen to share. Okay, as a creative, like a creative person, please subscribe. Okay, subscribe so that you do not miss out. Okay, So we go back to our designing this side here, where we have this. Okay, so now after having done this, what we do next is to get this go here using this embed tool, or we deselect, we click in any space. Okay, then we are going to be getting 1 1 as we click shift. Are you seeing that? Just shift, it reduces and we place them in the sides of our design. Okay, so we do this with the shift. Where we can see each of them properly, like this. So like that, we go back. This remaining one. Like that, because I want to be able to see, okay, to see them as I design which one would be better. So are you seeing these logos? Okay, so as you seeing these logos, so if we have these, then we can as you see them here, at least we see the different ideas of which icon we want to put. Okay, of which icon we want to put. Okay, so we are going to try out, but there is where you may want to try out, but with the coming of technology, at least we have an option that we could go for. So I'm going to be showing you, like if I want this first one, or if I want this one. With these images, they are like inspiring me, so I look at them and like happen to know what should I go for, what should I design. So if I'm like looking at this one, this is just a circle, then you put the words. So this one won't qualify for me, but I would want to have something like this for me to keep, because it is like a lens. I would find a way of replicating it, okay, to create mine. So now I can get this. The first thing you do is to analyze the design you want to copy. It has this rectangle, so if I like do this, so it is zooming that place because I'm clicking a Ctrl plus. Okay, and besides clicking that Ctrl plus, this is a what? This is that is Illustrator, that is CC 2019. So if you're having CS6, it won't do this. Okay, so it won't be able to have this. So you have to have that in mind. You have to just do it normally, okay, in a normal way. Okay, you have to just do it in a normal way, because if you don't like do it in that normal way, it won't do what? It won't happen. Okay, so we'll go back here. So I make sure that it completely touches there and here. Then I'll remove the fill. The fill is this inner body. Okay, this inner body. So if I happen to go there on the inner body, then I click this. So the fill does what? Goes off. Then we want the stroke. So I click this downer one, that is the stroke. Then come here and give it color. Are you seeing? So I've created a what? A stroke. Okay, on my shape. So if I drag this, then after putting it there, so I'm dragging it like a duplicate. I've like copied. So if I get it, I click in it and select it, then hold. I click and hold, then hold Alt also, then drag. So if I want it to move in a straight line, I hold Shift. So I'm holding Alt Shift, but I started with, as you see, I started with clicking on the shape. Okay, then after clicking on it, I stay holding. When I click on it and hold, then move it. Are you seeing what it is doing? So but if I'm holding a shift, it like moves to points. It is like snapped. Okay, are you seeing? It is like snapped. So after that, I hold Alt without releasing the mouse holding. So it like creates a what? A duplicate. Okay, so it like creates a duplicate of what I've done, of what I've created. Okay, so now after like creating that, I can also do this. If I copy a certain shape after creating it, then I click a Ctrl C, or I come to edit and click copy. Okay, then if I come and click Ctrl V, that is to paste, so it can paste it anywhere. Are you seeing from here what I copied, it pasted it here, and do that? Okay, but if I happen also to go here after selecting my shape here, then I go to edit and I click paste just, that is the Ctrl V. Are you seeing? But if I come and click on edit, then paste in place, are you seeing? It pastes in that exact place where we have done what? The copying. Are you seeing? If we move the upper one, so it means I think I've explained what I did here. So now after that, I just have to drag these and make them what? Uniform. Like that. So the same thing I have to do here is first click on the shape, hold Alt, Ctrl Z. First click on the shape, select it, hold, click Alt and a Shift. Are you seeing? So I've duplicated it, but after duplicating it, I moved it in a straight line. Okay, so I put this, I put this. So I click and hold, then click Alt and Shift. So I create that one, but I have to move this to snap there. Okay, the same thing I have to do here, hold Alt and a Shift to create this, then move this part here. The same thing to the upper part, Ctrl Z. You have to make sure that you are not selecting the image. Okay, then do this here. Then I'm going to get another shape, then I draw it here like this. Now here we don't need a stroke, we need a fill. So we make it black. Like that. Then if I click it by selecting it, then click Alt and Shift and duplicate it to here. After doing that, I will just click a Ctrl D. So it will keep on. So meaning that if it does not, these valley, they are not basically in a straight line. with the same distances. So now I have to do it manually. Hold Alt, click, then drag with a shift. Are you seeing that? Click, hold Alt, then shift, drag. Click it to select it, hold Alt to duplicate, a shift to move. Click it, hold Alt to duplicate it, then a shift to move it in a straight line. Like that. The same thing, Alt, then a shift to move it in a straight line. The same thing. The same thing. The same thing. So when you are releasing, you first release the mouse like that, then you release the shift and Alt like that. So that part is basically done. Now we go to this one also. We do the same thing. We get a rectangle, then we draw, and now we get the selection tool. Select it, click Alt Shift to move in a straight line. Select it, click Alt to duplicate, and a shift to move the duplicate in a straight line. Like that, like that, like that, like that, like that, like that. So it is done. So if I extend this side, are you seeing what I'm having? So if I get this and delete it away, I've remained with my lens. Are you seeing that? So I, like when selecting the selection tool, I get this, then do this and click, right click, then group, like that. So if we go back this side, we have our, so this is how it like. So if we go back this side, so now we have the lens what created. So we've even grouped it. So we have that lens. We may use it somewhere. So okay, so we have that. Let me first share this. So we have our lens that has been what has been created. Okay, so Okay, so we continue. So I showed you an example of this. Now look at the smallness. Okay, the difference. Let me see if I could get that image back. Yes, I can get the image back. Now I want you to look at this, the difference between a vector. So I right click and group this. I can even do this, a Ctrl+G, groups it. So look at this. I want you to compare these two. The image is already faded, but the vector I've just created is okay, because remember this, I just imported JPEGs. So if this is like the image, okay, let me say that is the image. So let me say that if this is the image and this is the vector, let me show you. We subtract it, then scale this as you see it, like this. Okay, so are you seeing how big I've made it? Then I'm also going to scale this lens. Let me first expand it. Ctrl+ to see it properly. So if I right click on these shapes, okay, and I go to object, I just select them, then I go to object and go to expand, then I say okay. Both the fill and the stroke, I've expanded them. So now however much I scale it, however much I make it totally small, it does not do what? Get complications. Are you seeing? So now if I scale it, are you seeing that? If I try to scale it to compare it with this one, are you seeing that? So it is like, for it is not even pixelated. Pixelation is the process of an image losing its what? Its quality. Okay, so so when we are looking at this, okay, you have seen my image, it has lost none of its what? none of its quality. Okay, so please, my friends, endeavor to see that you subscribe to the channel so that you do not miss out. I usually share a lot of content. I share knowledge about graphics designing, about videography, and some other skills like personal improvement skills. So endeavor to see that you check out, okay, so that you do not miss out on anything that we happen to share that is to help us improve as creative people. So I want to hit 2,000 subscribers. So please, you come here, you subscribe. You come here, you subscribe. Okay? So I'll be grateful when you hit that subscribe button. Okay? So let us go back this side to our software. So I think now you know the difference between a pixel and a vector. So a pixel loses its quality, whereas a vector does not, unless it has been converted into what? A raster or a pixel. Okay, so from there we have like this image, okay, with this design. So okay, so we can create this design, but to save time, as we use the other stuff, we have what we call a pen tool. Okay, this is a tool we can use to like draw, okay, and draw something. So we put off the fill and we first remain with this. But to save time, okay, to save time, what we do for these ideas, because with the coming of the technology, this is where I told you that we use technology to like AI to come up with these, okay, instead of wasting a lot of time, because there is no client that would wait for you for the whole day to start sketching something, unless that is the only way to go. So we can remove these, and all of these we have templates from what we downloaded from FreePic. Okay, it is basically what we are going to be using to like accomplish the whole steps, because we downloaded this in the vector format already designed, and they are giving them out for free. So we value our time. Remember that time is what? Time is money. Time is money. So we come back this side and go to our live stream. Let me take you in adverts. Okay, so if we go back, this side, if we go back this side, to our project here, and if we go back to our project here, okay, so we have this, so we remove these, because like for this one, let me use this one to show you how you could go around with the pen tool. Okay, so I make sure that nothing is what? Selected. Okay, nothing is selected so far. That is what I have to make sure. Then I get my pen tool. So the pen tool, not the add ink point, the pen tool. So if I click here, I click that, I come here, so I'm just tracing it out. Okay, so after doing that, I put off the what? The fill, then get the stroke. Sorry. So now I think, so I've created that. Then if I get it again, click in it, then click Alt and Shift so that I duplicate it. Now I'm going to reflect it. So if I right click on it, then say flip. I want to like isolate, selected, arrange, transform, then reflect. So I think, so reflect vertical. So it has been turned to the other side. Then I click my arrows pointing in the sides like this. So now we have it. Are you seeing that? Now we can create this one with a pen tool, or we can also get this. We click Alt, then a Shift this side and have it here. Then after doing that, we are going to flip it. Okay, remember what I did? I right clicked and went to transform, then flip. Okay, I mean reflect. So are you seeing that? But this time round it is not favoring us because we need an angle. Okay, we need an angle. Let me see, 40, 60. We make it 90 and see. $60. $40. I want something like 20. $130. No, let me do it manually. That is 90. So I'm going to reverse it to rearrange. Then I do a transform again. Sorry, right click. Then I come here and click transform. Then let me delete this, reduplicate it, this, right click, transform and transform, reflect. Then I make this -90. Okay, let me click this and put it again, 50, and see. Now, to also even avoid this, I can redraw it because I have all the sketches. Okay, I have the sketches. Okay, so it is done instead of like sweating the other side. So you get here, then you go to this part, and when you go to this part you come and click on here for the stroke black, then you increase it. You see, so it is you who decides what size you would go for. Let me first check what was this size. 2. This could be 1 because it is smaller than this. Then to draw this one, you could use some other method, but you could also come up with a method that is a little bit better. Okay, so I'm going to show you something, the method that I'm going to be using. I'm going to get this, then I come up with a circle like that. So I can also press shift to make sure that it is uniform like that. Then I give this circle a stroke that is at least 1, maybe like that. Then make sure that it is exactly in the middle. Okay, then what I'm going to be doing, I'm going to be getting lines. So I make a line, okay, to this part. Then I also make another one to this part. Okay, there are different methods of making something, so let us first try this one and see. And also make another one here. I 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 see. So all of them are covered. So I get the direct selection tool. I make sure that they are overlapping, because I don't want to have any sort of like mistakes. So now I'm going to select all of them. Okay, let me see. Then have this. No, I should redo it. While in the direct selection tool, I select all of them, these lines. But before I include the outer one, I should first get to this stroke and give them a stroke. So I first select all of them, these ones, this. Then I first give them a stroke, maybe that. Okay, so then after giving them a stroke, so I'm trying something. I select all of them like poof. Then let me try to use the pathfinder and see, will I get what I want to get? Divide. So all of them are now divided. So it means this is alone. So I have to right click and ungroup like that. So it means this is alone, this is alone, this is alone, this is alone. Are you seeing? So if I slice that away, so it means that before I do that, I have to first go back. Okay, remember it is still single. I make sure that it is exactly there. I make sure that this is exactly there to avoid extra work, because it means if I don't do this, I should have to use I would have to use a scissor. Seeing that, so you make sure that they are exactly on point, like that, so that it saves me more activities that would have been done after the so Ctrl Z, so I go select all of them, and finally the outer one. Then right click, not right clicking, I go for pathfinder, then click divide. Now I don't go here because I already have it this side, so I go here, then after I right click and say ungroup, where is it? Okay, all of them are selected. So when I click this is the, so let me do it here, divide. Okay, so I right click and ungroup them. So I sing now. So if I remove this, I have something like this. Okay, so it means I should Ctrl-Shift-Z. Let me first get this, put you into some adverts. Okay, so I go back to my software. So the mistake here, because remember you have to be totally neat. That now everything is okay. So I select all of them, then lastly this, then do a divide and ungroup like that. So are you seeing? Now I have some that are basically joined. Okay, as you see that. Are you seeing this? Okay, now the other method that I could use is if I come here, instead of doing that, sorry, I go back to my design. I'm going to go back. I'm going to go back because I want to be testing this to see what is going on. So I get this. I want some adverts to pop in. Let me see if I've gotten someone who has just joined me. Nope. So please join join, subscribe to the channel. So if we happen to go back, okay, if we happen to go back to our platform here, so we go get this from our downloads. Okay, we have these ones, so let me put them in a folder that says logo vector downloads. So if I select them, get them and drop them there, then I open the folder as you see it. So if I right click and say extract here, so everything is extracted here. Then I click this open with, then I choose Illustrator. Like that. So this is how like the first ones look like. So note that I'm going to be using everything, so I only pick out what I basically need to have. Okay, so I may need this one because I would want to keep it totally simple. Let me go and also open up others and see. So now I can rub off this. I hope I started with the first one up. Okay, if it is the one down, then I'll delete it. And so now, since I already did that, I think so that is the one down. Then after that I come here sorry, I want the middle one, so I rub off these ones. I rub the middle one. I love the middle one. So I come and do that, extract it, then click on it. So now with these ones I can just pick and take it, right click and ungroup. So I can pick one, ungroup, I think that, so I can cut it, then press this and paste it in place. That is a Ctrl V. Now I think so I can use it that way, but within this they're a little bit not my choice, so I ignore these ones. I'm going to put them off. So I come here and I remove this. So I click that window now, so I don't want to save it. So now from here we can get any. So I have an idea. Okay, Kim shots photography. So I would want to have ungroup. So I would love to have ungroup. So as you see them, I would love to have this one. Okay, then maybe this one and this one, this, and group it. Okay, this one. So what I do, I select it, select this and this and this, because they are the ones I would want to have, and maybe this. Then drag them and point them on the window where I have to put them. So I place them there. Okay, so I'm going to be playing with these ones to see that I create the logo of my desires, the logo that I basically want. Okay, So now I can remove this, but I don't save, because once you save here, it is going to go and affect the other design that you downloaded, the original design. So I don't save. So here, what would I get here? This is nice. So this is nice. This is nice. And maybe this one. So if I could get these two, so I get them and bring them here. So with a vector, no matter how small it is, never mind, because we can play around with it. So I would love this one, but the way I would love it is without these. Okay, so now here comes the trouble, because some of them are white and the background is also what? White. So what I have to do is I come here, I give them the same color, that is black. Okay, all of them should be black. So I don't want these shielding ones, these I don't want them, so I just want these. So I group them again, Ctrl G, then get it and press it here. Shift to move it or extend it in a straight line, then have this. Okay, so you wait and see. Then for this one, I would love to have a font that is script sort of. So if I get here, then put in script. So if I go to the fonts, I go to search out for some fonts. Okay, so if I happen to go and look out for some fonts, look out for some fonts. So I type into Google free fonts. So graphic designer junction, we have this one. Then font space. Then from there we could put in the type your own quick brown fox. So photography. So that is what I want. This could work. So we wait, because yeah, they are downloading, because I wasn't seeing it downloading. So I'm looking for a better font that we could go for, and I want a free one. So that is what we are trying to do right now. So let me go with the other two that I happened to download. Let me see if I could. So now what I'm going to be doing is I note them down so that after installing them I'm able to get them. Okay, so stay around, don't move away. Please remember to hit that subscribe button. Okay, hit that subscribe button. We want to see these figures change so that you also give me courage to share more videos, more than what I'm basically sharing now. Okay, so be part of the channel. So okay, hit that subscribe button. Let me note down. I want to note down the fonts. So I want to note down this. So I want to note down this. So I go to the downloads that I've downloaded. Downloads, where are you? Downloads, where are you? Downloads. Yep. So there are two fonts. Didn't I download more than two fonts? What is going on? Go back to my browser. 𝐾𝐻 So I'm getting the fonts that I would love to use. So let me go with that. Okay, up to 3. Let me stop on this page and see what does it happen to have. Like that. So after like getting contented with the fonts that you have basically downloaded, so we go back. Okay, so we go back to the the designs. Okay, we go back to the designs, to Illustrator. Okay, then we get to the downloads again. So these are my fonts. So I'm also going to copy them and Ctrl X to cut them. I go to this folder where I put the fonts, then I create a new folder and call it fonts. Then press enter on it. Then after like pressing it like that, I paste what I did cut. Then I go on 1 then I like extract it here. Then after extracting it, I just tab into it, then I click install. Like that, and its name is Lambency regular. Then the other one is, so I remove this, delete it because I've finished installing it. So I go to number 2, extract here, then number 2 is 𝐿𝐺𝐻𝐸 font. So then number 3, emotional rescue. Extract here, yes all, because I didn't erase this. So emotional, done. Okay, so we have that. Then I can remove them. So lucky. So we get here, extract it like that and press that and click install. So and click install. Then that is done. Then we have natural beauty. We have new world, Disney. There are two. So now we could look for the best one, okay? The best font that we could go for. We extend this a little bit down. We could even do this. I'm going to create cuts, then. So if I get that one and get this part where we have the fonts and type in either number, regular, and see what comes. It is too thin. If I type in 𝐍𝐻𝐻, wow, it is also too funny, emotional. It is too bold. So okay, now if we go back, let us go back to this side and see this. Okay, so I want something that is a little bit light. I want to get a light font for this. Photography. So if I have this, then get the text tab and have it. No, have this spaced. So I highlight it. The keying on extended selections can only be set. Okay. Onto this. So this is what I basically want to have: photography, the word too long. Okay. Like that. So I bring it here. Photography. Let me see if I get this. It would be okay, but it is too congested. It has a lot of stuff. So if I get this, Shift Alt to scale it in a uniform what? To make it have a uniform scaling. So if I have this and I duplicate it to this, Shift, delete this, then so 1, 2. So I'm also having this. 𝐷𝐉𝐵. Okay, so like this one. So I'm going to remove this, then pick one from this side. Okay, this, I right click on it and ungroup it, then I get this is what I bring here. So I turn it to black. So first, yeah, so I take it back to black, then scale it down. Like that. Then have a Shift Alt at the same time, so we create that. Then extend this with holding a Shift, then also extend this. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to decrease this and place it somewhere there, and also Alt and Shift it, place it somewhere there. So like that. And with this same thing I can also do as I save, because it may go off. So if I get back here and add this, take you to some adverts, Okay. If I go back to my software, photography, I go back here and drag this down with a shift and alt. Then I'm going to get this, then alt, place it here, get this, remove it, and make sure I put this. So it means I have to do this, then get this and hold the shift and drag it that way, get this one and place it, Ctrl R to get rulers, then I get this here like that. So I get this hand here and I move this one a little bit down. Okay, Ctrl minus to be able to see it properly. I extend this a little bit there. Then do that, and this one a little bit like that. Extend this a little bit there, so like that. So we have that one also. Okay, or we can get this and drag it with the alt and the shift, delete this off. So I just get this and group it. I just want the inside part, then I drag it, I delete this, make this black, Ctrl Z. So I don't want this one, I bring this, then get this and place it there. So I can give him that one, but also I can duplicate it another time and do this a little bit again down, then push this a little bit down to that level, extend it like that, then get this word like that and prove, make that photography issue, like that, King Shots. So I think at least you can choose from these ones. So if I delete this photography, then I delete also this. So I'm going to just send him an image, make sure nothing is left up. Then I delete this. Maybe here what I can do, I can get this, duplicate it and place it there. Okay, then I get this lens, Shift Alt, scale it totally down, then bring it here. Are you seeing? So it is a matter of assembling stuff. Then rotate it like that. I'm holding Shift, then I scale it again with the Shift Alt and get it here. Okay, so if I'm to get it here, I also do this and move it just a little bit, then scale it again just a little bit, do this, then the same thing, Alt, and put it somewhere there. Then I right click and say reflect. I transform and say reflect vertically. Okay, as you see. So I'm like, where should I put this? It is okay, but it is not yet coming out. So I scale it a little bit again. Okay, Shift Z, not too much, not too much. Let me first scale it a little bit. It should be bigger than the text, like there. Then also give it a shape, maybe. Okay, like that. Then I'm going to get it, this, Ctrl Z, then I get this, Alt, Shift to a straight line, then right click, transform, reflect, horizontal. Okay, vertical. So are you seeing that? So I move this a little bit, I move them a little bit this side, or even scale them now. Ctrl Z, like this. Ctrl G, then I can put it here. Okay, photography, or even get it and like Ctrl G, or get it and put it here with Alt. So it is like a duplicate. Then I can place it here, like ungroup. So I can get it and place it here with a Shift, then scale it down. like that. Photography. Then I can also get this and bring it again. No, let me do it this way. Both of them with Alt and Shift, bring them here and say photography, then Alt and Shift, then get this, double click on it, then enter inside and put a video graphic like that. So have you seen how like I happen to use the ideas? Okay, oops, this is too maybe can't I? No, let me leave it at that. Just a little bit like that to show that it is under the company name, just slightly like that. It didn't create me what I need. Because they have to be balanced. Can't I make it videos? Video. So I copy this with Alt and a Shift, then I right click and say flip, arrange, then flip, no, transform, then reflect. Okay, like that. So I have to extend this a little bit inside. No, this there. then this a little bit past it, like that. Now for him, because he's going to be using a phone to observe all these logos, so it means I need to send them as document, okay, in an image, but I need to make that image a little bit bigger. So if I'm to make that image, let me first save this, save, then let me go back and find where to save it, maybe on this hard drive, on this one. So I name it, right click, then new, then folder, Kim, photography logo. So open, then I save it as an AI file because I can re-edit it. Then I resave it again as save as Kim sample, Kim sample. Then I save it. So I go to the MASIC. I'm going to be increasing this, maybe like that. So after I click that and select all of them, because I want him, then I click Shift Alt as I scale them. I want him to be able to see them properly and big enough. So remember, whatever is put outside that white workspace, this white workspace is not seen. So I go back and click my artboard, then do this, scale it to fit in like that. So I think with him having this, he will be able to see it properly if he puts it on a computer. If I get it and place it here, the fact is I can't deceive you what paper size is because I'm just scaling the artboard. But after him picking, I'll put it on the normal paper size. So we go by that, okay? So then after we save, so I've saved it as a sample AI, then I'm going to export it as an image or PDF sample. So I export this Kim sample, so that is an image. Then I'm also going to export it as a PDF so that he can open up this same file on his computer and be able to see it PDF. But it is always better, before you complete the logo, if you don't trust this client, you have to send it as only an image. Don't send it as a PDF, okay? Because he can manipulate it and say, I didn't love what you designed, after you see the person using the same logo. So you save it as a PDF like that, so that he's able to scale it and see whatever designs you did make. But if I'm to recommend, I think this is nice for me. Let me reduplicate it like this and get a copy of it with replacing it with this one, so that he happens to have another versatile something here. And maybe I call this off, then make this one I get this, then get here and do a plus and scale this a little bit. You see that we can also have that. So are you seeing that? So we have several. He has an option of this one, and yep, maybe can I make him also this one? So if I get off this one and this, and I get this one here, so we are replacing it with this. Then for the save as PDF, oops. So now the next thing is to send this to the person that we designed this logo for. Okay, so that is it basically. I think you have gotten some ideas on how to come up with a design, okay, how to come up with a logo, some of the properties that you have to make sure that you consider as you come up with the logo. So please, if you're out there and you have a function, I shoot functions, you have maybe you need a design, I design t-shirts, brochures, business cards, books, and video editing, plus we do a lot of stuff. Okay, so endeavor to see that you contact us if you want. Maybe a creative person, you want to see how you could benefit from the content you create. We help you, teach you how to do copyright, where to upload your content as someone who is basically new to the field, and we guide you, we help you do it, and even guide you on how to do it at just a limited fee that is not too much, not too exaggerated. So endeavor to see that you contact us and consult, you contact us and we help you out at just these numbers. Let me put the numbers here, the phone numbers. let me put them here so that you can see them very well, bold and clear. Okay, so if I get that and get the text tool, okay, then I do this. Okay, go back and get my text tool. So it is a plus 256 782 10 85 49. So this one is on WhatsApp, so you could contact us using this one. It is even on WhatsApp, or you could use the Airtel one. Let me give you the Airtel one, that is the Airtel one, that is a 74 30 47 46 3. Okay, so you could use any of those. The first one is on WhatsApp, this one is not on WhatsApp. Okay, so you can contact me using those numbers, then I help you out to teach you how you could copyright your music, copyright your movies, see that you get your movies to international platforms, and how to copyright them and stuff. So I could help you with that work, and also shooting, because I've worked on several movies. And please, if you are just watching this video for the first time, this is my channel, that is 𝐒𝐎𝐍𝐓 Lifestyle. Okay, so we share a lot of content on this platform. So if you're out there and you need to learn, okay, at least learn something in a week, see some of my behind scenes as I shoot music videos, as I shoot weddings or any sort of functions, endeavor to see that you contact me so that I could help you out. Okay, so that I could help you out learn how to create this stuff, over how to go about it. So please and please subscribe to the platform and do not miss out. Okay, so thank you for watching, thank you for having subscribed, for those of you who have subscribed, and I'm totally grateful for giving me that opportunity and you listen to me up to this far. So subscribe so that we grow. We happen to share, like on this platform I shared this. Okay, I shared this. I usually share links below my videos that would help you buy maybe video equipments. Like if at all I need to buy maybe a drone, I shared, okay, the different links to those drones. And I also have a video that teaches you the files on each drone, the fly limits and stuff. So you could click on one like that. Once you click on the link, the price does not increase, but it gets you to a drone that you would need to buy, and I just get a little commission on the amount that you have selected. So thank you for watching. I'm grateful and thankful. So please endeavor to see that you subscribe to the channel so that you do not miss out on anything that we happen to share. Thank you. Let us meet in another video. I wish you a wonderful day. Yeah, today is Valentine, a special day with your loved ones or your lovely ones. Thank you.